What's up, everybody? Today is August 10th. Might not seem like a very important day. However, today is the first night of league bowling since all this madness started. So what's going on is, this is our first Monday back of Pro League at Victoria Bowl in Kitchener. This is actually the first of 4 weeks to finish last season off. So I'm going to be a little bit rusty, but we're just heading to the lanes now. It takes about 15 minutes. So we've got some things to talk about ahead of time. Victoria Bowl is following all the protocols. Now, the one thing, and normally I would like to film some of the bowling, but I'm not going to do that today just because I don't really know what I'm walking into, and I don't know how many people or what the mood is going to be, but we'll try it out this first week and see how things go, and if everything is kosher, then next week maybe I'll film a little bit of bowling. Some housekeeping items for those who may be following along. I guess kind of like the biggest thing, I'm sure there's a lot of people that already know or have heard that Jen and I no longer own Elmira Bowl. Now, this is not a casualty of COVID-19. I think it's definitely very important to make sure that that's known, because I mean, I've had to shut down some of stories and comments in some Facebook groups stating that it was, and it was a deal that was made before COVID actually happened, like probably about a week before. It wasn't finalized until well into the lockdown, I guess that's what you would call it. But just kind of to give you a little bit of a backstory, we just decided to make a personal decision to sell the place. I spent way too much time in there and had no free time, and was starting to not really enjoy it, and we just thought we would see what would happen if we put it up on the market, and we got an offer and we accepted it. And now the unfortunate part, and the part that a lot of the bowling community is probably not going to be happy about, is no longer staying at Bowling Center, but we've been in the sport our entire lives. For Jen, she's been part of running a bowling center pretty much her entire life, and this is the first time that we've chosen ourselves ahead of the sport. I would definitely make sure that I mention that if we hadn't had gone ahead and sold the place before COVID hit, I really think we would have had to by now anyway. So we wouldn't have had any bargaining position if we had waited. So in hindsight, it's probably for the better anyway. But yeah, so a lot of things that kind of go along with that. We didn't get a lot of free time. I was in the place 7 days a week, and I could work 70 hours a week, which doesn't seem like absolute craziness compared to what a lot of people do work. But I don't get a lot of. I wouldn't get weekends. In the summertime, I was doing all renovations, so I literally would never get any time off. And everybody always cracks the joke about, you must practice all the time because you own a bowling center. And the truth of the matter is, you don't, and you don't want to. You're there so much that, when it's time to leave, you want to leave. Even the last few weeks, I've talked to a few people, and they mentioned about how I'm probably not going to get my practice in, as opposed to, when we own the bowling center. And the truth of the matter is, it's more likely that I would practice now. I'm not going to be burnt out like I've been the last few years. And other side stories, I can travel and bowl more tournaments. I'd like to really work on heading out west to bowl and bowl the Western Tour, and I haven't really had a chance to do that up until today's date. So we're happy with our decision. Seems like the universe has decided to tell us, in many ways, that decision was the right one. We don't really regret it. We regret some aspects of it, and the community is probably going to suffer for it, and especially to the Special Olympians and youth bowlers that would spend a lot of time and really look forward to it coming in every week, and they're not going to have that avenue. But the truth of the matter is, for most people, that we are close enough to a lot of other places that do have bowling centers. One being Victoria Bowl, which I'm going to right now. It was only 15 minutes away from Elmira, and we if you really are keen on continuing on with the sport, you'll find places to go to. So yeah, I figured that'd be important to get out of the way. Other housekeeping tidbits. We're gonna try to post more stuff up now that things are kind of up and going again. I didn't really do a whole lot while we were in lockdown, just because I wasn't in a bowling center at all, and now we're kind of getting back in the swing of things, and there are some other things that I'd like to do that I haven't really done yet that I think would be kind of cool to see. And hopefully, if you agree with me, then you can maybe leave a comment in the comment section and just tell me what things you think would be kind of cool to show. Stuff like this just kind of shows, hopefully, show kind of what I go through in a night for league bowling. Obviously, it won't really, because I can't actually show any of the league bowling for tonight. But at the end of the day, we can have some good conversation. Hopefully, while I don't get myself in an accident while I'm talking and driving, I can shoot off a little bit of knowledge, or answer some questions that people might have about the sport of bowling or what works for me. I do want to do a lot of technical type things on the lane. When I do set that up, I just want to stress that anything that I put up will be just kind of stuff that works for me, might not necessarily work for you. So I feel like that's important to mention, that the stuff that I'm going to be bringing up isn't gospel. It's just what I find works for me. Aside from that, I guess we'll see how tonight goes. I have some pretty low expectations. It's been since March since we've bowled. I did bowl a few games earlier this week just to kind of remember how to do it, to be honest with you. And it didn't go very well. We bowl 4 games in this league. It's scratch, match play. I don't even know what I'm averaging in this league. It's been so long. Kind of seems like we're going to do, what baseball's doing right now. It's like a mini season, but it's really just finishing off the last 4 weeks of the 19 and 20 season. So anyway, hope you're along for the ride, and I hope you decide to subscribe, and you can hit the subscribe and like get some notification whenever I put up a new video, and hopefully it's worth your while. I don't think that we have enough 5-pin bowling material out there, and I really would wish that some more people would kind of take the plunge. I've talked to quite a few people that are interested in doing it, and I just tell everybody there's nothing wrong with putting some content out there. If people like it, they'll watch it. If they don't, well, I mean, you'll be able to tell if no one watches it, and you don't know unless you try. So, give it a whirl. We'll see how tonight goes, and I guess you'll see me back when the league finishes. So we're done 4 games of bowling. It went as expected. The first 2 games weren't too terrible. It's funny how you can take a few months off and it feels like you've forgotten everything you knew about the game. Didn't make 1,000 for 4, but I was on the middle. I guess that counts for something at this point. Definitely, I'm out of bowling shape for sure, whatever that means. But next week we're back at it again, and we'll see if we can improve on the small victories we had tonight. Not a terrible night, I guess. I said I was on the middle. When you're not sharp, pinning wasn't terrible. When you're not sharp, though, it just the fine-tuning adjustments to get on the side of the head pin or string a few strikes is just not there. And at this point, the only thing that's going to correct that is just to get out and throw some more games and get things going in the right direction. And thanks for following along. If you're still watching this, hopefully this video shouldn't be too long, but if you're still following along, hit the subscribe, hit the like, and hopefully next week we'll put up some stuff that has some actual bowling in it. All right, till next time.